Stand too near, you and a fire makes it clear. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Leaning close, smell of your perfume scares me most. Leaning away, it feels farther every day. Your trouble to me, real trouble, can't you see? Wish I might not see what I see. Sheet metal on sheets of ice. Looking through this blue telescope down a moonstruck road tonight. Welcome everybody, happy Sunday night. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab, where we're going to learn or not. This could be a complete waste of everyone's time. Although Champ, I think, gets something out of it. Champy digs it. And roll, does he feed the mean, singing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Champ is so into it tonight. Maybe Sydney's musical needs a singing dog. That's not a bad call. comedy jokes. Enough. It's ow to you too. But you said, yeah, hey, yeah, zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it. Ma. All right, rough, exactly. All right, everybody. Welcome to the lab. Show us the puppy. All right, puppy, look up. Wait. Chippy, look. Chippy, look up. Yeah, he's a little cutie. He looks like the RCA Victor dog. If you're old and remember what RCA Victor was, or if you've ever seen an encyclopedia. Cindy Coon, what's happening? What is shaking? What's going down? What do we got going on tonight? I had a meeting with the guy that I think I'm gonna co-write the musical with today. He was in the last one of the last plays I ever did in New York City was called The Amazing Adventures of Tense Guy. And Andrew played Tense Guy. I played the man who overreacts to everything. And neither he nor I have done anything in theater for like 30 years. Like, not even thinking about it. So he was a little bit like, why'd you reach out to me and what's going on? And then I just told him about all of what happened here. And I said, here's 4 days worth of work. And he was into it. So anyway, I thought there could be something interesting we could play with tonight. There's one song I cannot get it to write non-shitty lyrics. And I thought it might be cool to try different tools. But whatever, we can do anything. We can also play with Midjourney. I've got access now to the web version of Midjourney. We could play with that. I can also just answer questions. ChatGPT has a new edition. Are you aware? No. What's the new edition? If it's memory, that's a huge fucking deal, but I didn't see anything new. Let me do a new chat. Nothing there. Oh, they got rid of plugins in the ChatGPT window. That's interesting. Which version you're on? Customize ChatGPT. That looks the same. Yeah. My plan. I don't know what the edition is. I just got a new puppy. Nice, Brandon. We've been having fun with custom GPT. What is my dog thinking? 4 days worth of 2024 work. I know, exactly. By the way, Emilio's wife, did you notice? That's your image. Got Emilio's wife. She's got a contribution in the little hero image here today. Huh? She's on time, and she made artwork for the show. Holy crap. No demerits on her report card today. She's starting the week off fresh. I like it. Fantastic, Bob. Tell him what he's won. You haven't won anything. This isn't a game show, okay? Okay, people? All right. What are we going to learn tonight? What are we going to learn? Yilang Ma. How's the night, Kyle? It's doing pretty good. Welcome back. I like when I see people here multiple nights in a row. It warms my heart. I think one or two more times, Yi, and you're going to be an official irregular. Someone asked that one night. How can I become an irregular? Just show up. That's fucking weird. If you watch this every night, you're not regular. Okay, so anyway, if you're new here, my name's Kyle Shannon. This is the AI Learning Lab. I'm happy to answer questions about AI. I'm happy to demo AI. I'm happy to get into it if you're an AI Doomer. If you wanna debate, I'm happy to do that. I don't like doing that. I like interacting with people that are into this, but sometimes people come in with some fear or some resentment or anger about this stuff, but actually want to engage, and that I'm super down to do. I've been here for a couple of months. Look forward to these streams. Oh, nice. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know you were here for that long. Cool. Welcome. Then you're definitely an irregular. Good Lord. You are well beyond the threshold. You've been commenting more, I suppose, which I like. You ask really good questions, so keep doing that. Might have to do with the voice. Brian Whitney's here. Good day. Rustic Farm Wife. Haven't seen you in a bit. Just showing up, Emily. Participation awards. This is definitely, you get a participation trophy in this channel for sure. I am generally not a fan of those in life, but that's pretty much what this channel's all about. My wife called me an irregular long before this group. You're my people. Oh man, very cool. I'm going to buy a sewing machine. I shall be back. Okay. Fantastic. That is the appropriate reason to check out for a little bit. You're here. You're like, okay, I'm here. I'm checking in on AI. Hang on one sec. I got to go buy a sewing machine and I'll be right back. Perfect interaction. Have you been asked if you are an AI? Numerous times. The AIs don't quite have enough personality to deal with my sassy ways. But I'm working on a video script for work. Very cool. Very cool. He has a world ID. He's the real deal. I think it's Sora. What, in ChatGPT? No way. I was on Twitter right before this. Twitter would be blowing up if Sora was in ChatGPT. There's nothing in there. Here, I can prove that. I mean, I can test that. Let's see. Make a video of a hedgehog with gas. I can't create or generate videos. It's not in there. But we'll delete that chat. Ah! Here's my set design for my Broadway show. Anybody know any Broadway producers want to produce my play? Do you think Princess Kate's video was AI? I don't think so. It seemed pretty like people like the one video I saw, like someone had zoomed into her hairline and there were like little specks and it was just like little flicks of her hair blowing in the wind. So that seemed to make it more legitimate to me than less, but whatever. Here's the deal. If for whatever reason they're not trotting out Kate and they're deep faking her to, I don't give a shit. I just don't. I do not care. There are other deep fakes that I think would be more interesting, but someone got deep faked? Oh, Bobby Althoff or whatever her name is, the blogger. But again, just expect 2024. We're going to see more and more and more of this shit. I called that in 2023. 2024 is going to be the year of the deep fake. And then at some point, someone's going to do a deep fake and it's actually going to cause some harm or damage. And then everyone's going to get up in arms. Oh my God, we got to do something about this. And then someone will say, if only there were a way we could verify if someone's a human or not. And then we can get out our world IDs and go, you mean like this? Oh, good Lord, people. Good lordy. Let's see. Do I have anything going on here? Near, dear, dear. I saw a new thing called Vigle, which was a video like person replacement sort of thing, but you can only do it on Discord, and it wasn't super clear. So, da-da-da-da-da. When I lived in it, when I lived in it, there was an option. I think it's in production. Crypto G, what are you talking about? Are you sure you're in actual ChatGPT? Because there are apps that say on TikTok, it's worse than this. You can make money with ChatGPT. My son had ChatGPT create a machine learning course, and now he listens instead of reading. Oh, nice! That's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of scammer apps that are saying Sora video is now available, and then you go to it, and it's just some shitty app based on Runway or one of the other, probably Stable Video Diffusion, but they're calling it Sora, and they're putting it on TikTok. If Sora were out, everyone would be talking about it. It's not out, and it's not gonna be. I don't think Sora is gonna be a big consumer kind of thing right off the bat, because it's apparently going to take some time to generate videos, and it's going to be expensive, and they said they're not going to release it until they get it kind of cheap enough to do $20 a month like DALL-E. But we'll see. It's not out yet. It is not out yet. I have a feeling you're playing with an app. If you're playing with an app, it's definitely not ChatGPT official. Unless, listen, I would love to stand to be corrected, but I assume that's what that is. She has a mole on her face that wasn't there in the video. Oh no, Andrea's in the cake conspiracy theory too. Listen, maybe. I don't know. ChatGPT is not listing my GPTs in the sidebar. Really? Hang on. Mine are still here. There's Terology. There's my CE profile. But I do notice that there's different ones. If I go to my GPTs, let's see, do an Explorer. I got to get rid of some of these. I have so many trash GPTs. I just got to go get rid of some. Oops, sorry. The Plant Whisperer. Here, I'll throw that one up there. So how do I add this? Keep in sidebar. So it's still there, but it does look like these are not the same. So they're doing something. But I just don't. Add a team workspace. Settings. Speech looks the same. Beta features. Plugins are still turned on, but you can't get to them now, which I think is really interesting. Builder profile looks the same. Look, up here, so if you go here, this used to have plugins right here. They're gone, so plugins are gone. I don't know how do you get to them, which is interesting. So that's different, but I think that's it. I don't see anything new. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Tell me what's going on, people. What have you discovered? You can make money with ChatGPT. Late but still an irregular. Yes, Mr. IT. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I'm just going to like saying Vigle. I know, me too. Hey, Vigos and Vigos and Vigos. Sounds like an episode of Hogan's Heroes. Oh, I did hear, for those of you interested in the rabbit, not that rabbit, the Rabbit R1, I did hear they are still on track for shipping by March 31st, which is the end of this week. And and they will be arriving to the U.S. customers like the third week of April. So apparently we're still on track for getting our Rabbit R1, so I can demo it. And we'll use it twice, and then we'll stick it on the shelf right there. See that little spot in front of the Urban Desires SideQuest drive? Perfect for a Rabbit R1. All right, what do you guys want to talk about? Ask questions. Tell me what's going on. They got me too. First batch. R1. About the O1 thing, have you talked about that? Yeah, I actually ordered one. Only because I'm an idiot. But I kind of feel like the O1 thing is the first open source one, and the R1 thing is the first one that had interesting design and some interesting features. But they both do the same thing. So O1 is a device similar to the Rabbit, but it doesn't have a screen or a scroll wheel or anything. It's just a button you talk into, and then it does queries for you, and you can train it on applications on your desktop. So it's kind of cool and interesting. It's an interesting class of devices. I suspect 2 or 3 years from now we'll figure out what that category actually is. Right now, I don't think we have it, but whatever. This is why you play in the early days, right? I had an early Newton, I had an early BlackBerry, I had a Palm Pilot. I don't know if you remember Palm Pilots. Palm Pilots were supposed to be like the salvation of the Apple one. So, what's a Rabbit R1? Here, I can go show you that. It's a walkie-talkie. It's pretty much a walkie-talkie. Let's go. We'll go look at that. Rabbit R1. Pre-order now. So that is a Rabbit R1. Hang on. And that's kind of what it looks like up close. So it's got this cool scroll wheel thingy and a push button and a screen. And so when you push the button, you're basically invoking ChatGPT. It's also got a cool rotating camera. So when you're not using the camera, it rotates up vertically, so it's for privacy, which is super cool, as opposed to our phones, which do not do that. There it is. And so you basically just hit the little gray button and say, you can ask it about current events, or you can ask it to write you a poem or whatever, and it does large language model shit. I think it comes pre-connected to Perplexity. But one of the cool things you can do is you can say things like, hey, send an email to Andrew about the play. And it will write it and send it, and because it can be connected to your own application suite, and they've got these sort of macros pre-set up that you can have it do stuff like, hey, go find some interesting live music tonight and email that to my friend group, and it will know who your friend group is, and it'll know how to send emails and shit like that. So, and then there's lots of questions like, do we need another device? And the reason the reason I bought one of these, it was only $200, which it's not cheap, but for a device like this, like the pin, the thing from whatever the fuck that company's called, the little pin you put on, that was $700, and you need a subscription. This is $200 without a subscription, and it's got really slick kind of retro design. It looks like a little walkie-talkie, so it's cool. The Teenage Engineering is the one who did the industrial design on this, and they do music synthesizers. The founder of Rabbit had built a music synth, and so that's where the Teenage Engineering connection comes in. He had built a previous device. So anyway, that's it. Pretty slick, huh? Perplexity says iOS 18 may include Anthropic. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I saw that right before I came on, Vicky. I didn't quite get what they were talking about. Let's see. Perplexity iOS 18. iOS 18 breaking. That was February. That's old. Exciting rumors about iOS 18. Reports suggest Apple is gearing up to revolutionize AI integration with potential collaborations featuring Anthropic, OpenAI, Google. Claude 3 from Anthropic could be a game changer. Stay tuned. Yeah, so that doesn't surprise me that because rumor was they were already talking with OpenAI, or they'd talked to OpenAI, and that they were also talking with Google about Gemini, and like, oh, it's going to have Google. It actually makes more sense to me that they've cut deals with multiple of the big players. And again, what I think this gives them cover to do is they can just focus on Siri's actions, like what Siri can do on your behalf, and let these third-party large language models do all the hallucinating. So from a positioning standpoint, what they can say is, we're going to innovate over here where we know it's bulletproof. And then anything that's like large language model-y, go write a poem, go use one of these leading providers, right? Let's see. I expected to heavily integrate artificial intelligence, potentially in collaboration with AI firms like, Claude 3's Opus model. Enhance various iPhone applications, making significant. Yeah. All right, this makes sense to me. This makes more sense than them picking a single player. So built into iOS 18, Siri will be better, but will still be task oriented, right? Order me of this, check the weather, like the interactions with iOS. And then anything that's sort of pure hallucinogenic large language model shit, let these guys do that. And then when Apple introduces their own large language model shit, then they'll say, hey, you can use all of these, but you can also use ours, which just destroys them in terms of whatever. And that'll probably be a year later, generally how they work. So that makes sense to me. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's a good rumor. Solid. What is OpenAI voice engine? Just a rumor at this point. I think it was mentioned by Altman and something. Let's see. Open voice. OpenAI will release this year the best personal assistant. Nothing will compare to this thing. It will make Jarvis, Samantha, and Hal seem like something from the past. A good function calling model is all they need. So who's this? SmokeAway. I don't know who this guy or gal is, SmokeAway, but this is always Nostalgia for the Future, 134,000 followers. Voice engine speculation, relatively unlimited voice customization, behavioral customization, very low latency response time, ability to interrupt and be interrupted, more natural voice patterns, pauses, and tones. And that we can see, that we can play with right now. Ability for the assistant to lead the conversation. That would be fucking huge, right? If the agent can lead the conversation, because right now this is one of the problems with ChatGPT right now, is that it kind of assumes you know what you're doing with a large language model, and most people don't. Most people don't even know what the fuck ChatGPT is. So that would be nice. When did he post this? How old is this? March 24th. All right, so this is recent stuff. OpenAI voice engine blog next week. Yes, 41%. All right, so that's speculation. There's some speculation for you. SmokeAway, voice engine is big. Mark for voice engine trademark is intended to cover voice and speech recognition, processing voice commands, converting text and speech, automatic speech and voice recognition and generation, creating and generating voice audio outputs, building digital voice assistants. All right, so the trademark just basically says anything with words and voices is, covered by voice engine trademark. All right. That's the way those things generally go. OpenAI custom voice engine blog coming soon. Snippet, custom voice engine demo. Unsupervised sentiment neuron tables. New voice engine blog post incoming. Unsure if this is related to OpenAI voice engine, but it's one of the scripts that gets loaded into the site. I guess Karpathy finished Jarvis in February. Building a kind of Jarvis at OpenAI. This is Karpathy back in February. I left OpenAI yesterday. First of all, nothing happened. Actually being at OpenAI, my immediate plan... Wait, let's see. Team is really strong and wonderful. The roadmap is very exciting. I think we all have a lot to look forward to. All right. nothing super thing, but Sam Altman said that GPT-5 is probably not coming out till later in the year. And it may not be called that, but that there are going to be a lot of things they'll be announcing between now and then. So, yeah, cool. All right, good chat, TMZ. Way to speculate, people. Pate's here. Pate works at Google. Pate loves it when we speculate in here. So, Pate, not only will Voice Engine come out this week, it's also going to be magic. It's not. Here's the thing about Voice Engine, Pate. They don't even use code. It's what happens is you push a button in ChatGPT, and it uses telephony, and it calls OpenAI's headquarters, and just someone random there just answers the phone. It's like magic. It's like it's not buggy because it's just people talking, like on a phone. And what they're going to also innovate is you can hardwire a direct connection into your house. So you have a thing you put on the wall with like a handset. Like you pick up this thing and you listen in one part and you talk in the other part. You hold it like this and it's wired to the wall. So it never goes buggy. It's going to be, I'm telling you, it's magic. It's math magic. That sounds infinitely buggy. Yeah, humans, that's the funny thing about people going, ChatGPT hallucinates. You know what hallucinates, right? I'm like, you know who else hallucinates? Fucking humans. Humans are idiots. Are we really comparing ChatGPT to humans? Because humans are worse. They lie. They have ulterior motives. At least ChatGPT just sucks. Does it have a rotary dial pad? That's an upsell. The rotary dial to talk to the people. That's the plus subscription. It's $20 a month to get the rotary pad. Do you think your context window is 8,000 tokens? I doubt it. Exactly. Fucking with ADD, my token window is about 38 tokens. I average about 24 words before the conversation exits the building. Usually mid-sentence, it's just like it's gone. It only has one sound dial tone. Exactly. Hey Kyle, where do you learn? Wait, what was that? Where do you learn about AI? Any good YouTube channels or podcasts? Yes. So, I'll go show you that. Podcasts. Paul Raitzer, the Marketing AI Institute. Paul Raitzer and Mike Kaput. I think they changed the name of it. I think it's just called the Artificial Intelligence Show now. But it's the publisher's the Marketing AI Institute. On YouTube, David Shapiro is really good. He's a developer, but he's also working on an AGI, an open source AGI framework, a cognitive architecture framework that he's open sourcing. He's wicked smart. He does like once or twice a week. He'll do like a big, thoughtful presentation on the future of everything we're dealing with, and he kind of analyzes big movements in the industry. He's really good. Who else? Rachel Woods on TikTok. If you're into like sort of integrating AI into businesses, she's really into AI ops, AI operations. And then the other one who I follow a lot is Ethan Mollick, Mollick. And he is a Wharton Business School professor. He's got a blog called oneusefulthing.org. He's worth following. And then on Twitter, Robert Scoble is good. He's a San Francisco guy. He's been like an Apple whisperer for years and years and years, and he's doing a lot with AI right now. And he tends to be up on stuff. So if he's talking about it, generally something's going on with it. And that's that group of people. There's always lots and lots of rumors. And so if I see like a wacky rumor, like, whatever, like this open voice thing, I'll go check all those people. And if they're not talking about it, generally it's not happening yet. If a lot of times I'll learn stuff from them. Okay, I'm home now. When I go to OpenAI login page, introducing Sora, creating video from text. Yeah, but that's just the announcement from a couple of month and a half ago, I think. OpenAI.com. So that's /Sora, but if you just go to regular OpenAI, yeah, this is just the announcement. Transforming work and creativity. Yeah, that's just the announcement. Can't be any worse than Google Voice. Yeah, exactly. But also like it's gonna be good because their current voice to text is really good. What if the new voice stuff takes actions, if it's actually an agent that can do stuff for you, then it's a huge deal. Kyle, are you excited about the AI powered nitrogen capsule for quick exit? Major laser. That's good. I did hear about, this was a disturbing thing I heard. I don't know what it was, but this guy basically liked putting extra citric acid on his chewing gum. And then so he had a powder of that on his desk, and he also had powder of this highly explosive stuff, and he mixed them up. So he coated his gum in the highly explosive stuff and chewed it, and it did him in. So I forget where I saw that. I don't know what it was related to, but fucking internet's weird, man. Yeah, it's weird, man. Irregulars channel for those who are under 50 years old. This should be good. AI Irregulars. If you were wondering what we were talking about before about a rotary input device, that is what us Gen Xers grew up with. There was that version of it that sat next to the lamp in the room where your TV was. And then there was a version of it in the kitchen where it was on the wall. And if you really had it going on, like if you were a baller kind of technology family, you'd have like a 25-foot cord. And so you could take the call in the kitchen, and then if it was one of your friends or your like girlfriend, you could walk around the corner and close yourself into a closet talking there. That's really funny. By the way, where I am right now, I'm at the AI Learning Lab Irregulars Club. We have our own private club at the AI Salon. So if you're interested in joining a community of people that don't suck, go there, thesalon.ai, and click on the first link that says AI Salon Community, and go check out what we're about and what our values are, and join this community. It doesn't cost anything. And it's basically just a group of people that are trying to figure this AI stuff out together. And there's guilds and different sub-communities in there, all sorts of stuff like that. Pate, 35, grew up with a rotary phone. Get off my lawn. Yeah, but you're right on the edge, man. I guarantee you work with some people at the Goog that have no fucking idea what those things are. My relatives worked for Bell Telephone, so we have quite a few of these, and the Princess phones. That's awesome. ChatGPT made me log in again. I didn't see the customized ChatGPT before. Huh. That's in the customized ChatGPT. That's just a new thing it was called custom instructions before. They changed that, I don't know, a week or two ago, customized GPT. Yeah, they just renamed that. 25-foot cord was very expensive. $20 at Service Merchandiser. Exactly. That's what I said. You had to be kind of loaded to have the 25-foot cord. You know, the real rich people had phones in every room. That was just, you know, that was you were flexing if you had phones in every room. There's generally two phones, a kitchen and a living room, and that was it. And you go to the phone. Oh, man. The race home to wait by the phone to hear it ring. Exactly. How did we get by back then? I know, honest to God, seriously. Like, we actually had to remember numbers in our heads. I had to see through the cordless, the see-through cordless phone from Radio Shack. That's a solid memory. I upgraded an upgraded version. My family was too poor to justify paying for touch-tone. The last thing I knew still was Rotary. That's awesome. That's right. You had to upgrade to touch tone, right? It was like an extra $2 a month for doot. That's fucking hilarious. Custom ChatGPT is in the settings. It's permanent custom instructions. I think that's right, Vicky. Yeah, I think it's permanent custom instructions. But it's been there for a while. It's been there for a while. This thing, it's been there. Calling long distance was expensive. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, but so and so lives in Florida. We can't call them. In Africa, we still use those. There you go. Here you go. Still. Hey, listen, it's still functional technology. Although, just try to get someone who hasn't seen one before to figure out how to use it. That's pretty funny. There's all those TikTok videos where there's that one dude who's got his daughter's like 16, and he just shows her all the Gen X shit. Like, he'll show her one of these and say, "Make a call." Oh, that's really funny. Do 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 do. I used to call long distance and ask for my middle name so my mom knew I was alive but didn't have to pay the bill. That's awesome. Scroll up on Irregulars now. The converter. Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, there's the wall version. Oh, those are awesome. This is what there was also, remember the intercom systems where in new houses they'd put in the intercom systems between rooms, and you'd go to the wall and you'd push the button and say, "Hey, so-and-so, are you there?" And then no one ever used them because they would just scream up the stairs, "Sally!" Oh, man. Technology. Hold, please. Exactly. The days of the Walkman. How I missed the 80s. Intercom was fancy. I know. I remember we moved into a new house when I was probably in junior high. And it was in a new development. And they put in intercoms were part of the deal. And you know how many times we used the intercom? Well, once, the day we moved into the house. And then we never used it again. I don't remember intercom systems. Only the rich people had them. Oh, man. That's hilarious. Hilarious. My parents would yell at the boys to get their girlfriends out of the room. Intercom was fancy. It was. Intercom was, oh, you've got an intercom. Wow, I didn't realize you were doing that well. What was that? There's a comedian that, who the fuck was it? He was just talking about his bit. His bit was about pillows. Was it Tom Papa? It might have been Tom Papa, where he's talking about, what is it with pillows? Like the amount of pillows on your bed indicate how well you're doing. You walk into the bedroom, it's all pillows. Like, oh, I didn't realize you were doing that well. Oh, that's good. My grandma's town only had to dial 5 numbers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was, you had a letter that was the beginning number that represented like the zip code, right? And then it was 4 numbers after that. Oh, man. We don't have our phones. When we don't have our phones, we're phoneless and lost. Yeah, because the phones now are not just phones, right? They're a connection to all of society right now. It's amazing. We kind of take for granted. We take for granted how very short amount of time it's been that we effectively have hyper-connected supercomputers in our pockets, right? Because it weren't that long ago where if you watched a movie, the first thing you had to do when it stopped was rewind the tape before you took it back to Blockbuster. That wasn't that long ago, people. There's a store by my house that still has a payphone outside. It doesn't work though. Exactly. Well, it's funny in New York City. There's all the payphone booths are still there, and they occasionally put other shit in them, but like all the phones are gone. But those used to be there for years, and they were just not functional. Created a ton of images today. I had so much fun. That when you go into those image creation rabbit holes, it's so much fun. Or in the movies, yeah, Murray Hill and then the number, yeah. Get me Murray Hill, 652, 6529. Have we discussed Devon yet? Not tonight. Melrose 36086. Still remember my grandmother's number. That's hilarious. We haven't discussed Devon. We can do that. The Jetsons would talk to each other through a TV. Now that's our phones. I know. And now, this is fucking wild. Like, right? So FaceTime in and of itself is a Star Trek technology, right? So we now have like the Star Trek shit, right? And we just talk to these devices like it's normal. We forgot, like, that'll never happen. You'll never be able to talk into a phone and see someone. And like probably by the end of the year, we'll be able to have conversations with virtual versions of people. Like, talk to my virtual avatar and schedule a meeting. Oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy where we are. Devon, that was just mentioned. Beam me up, Scotty. Dude, it wasn't that long ago to see a movie meant movie theater only. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty remarkable thing that when COVID happened, the movie industry had to manufacture demand to get us out of our houses, right? Because COVID, all distribution went streaming, right? But there's like this whole infrastructure for movie theaters, and Hollywood is like, shit, we're about the experience. Let's get people back in those buildings we own a bunch of. So we're not going to release this, on streaming. That's why that's like all movie releases right now are so weird and fractured, because they're weird and fractured. It's crazy. Will my virtual avatar with virtual autism also look at their shoes when talking to another avatar? That's how you're going to be able to tell, Pate. If you talk to someone that can't make eye contact and their avatar is actually looking at you, you're like, no, that's definitely not Pate. That's hilarious. It's the little clues. Hey, he actually just made eye contact with me. That's weird. Pate, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. That's fucking awesome. Oh, right, party lines. We also had party lines. If you don't know what party lines were, you would pick up your phone to call someone, and there would be other people talking on it. They would be talking to each other, and you would just pick up, and now you would be in their conversation. It was kind of like Facebook roulette. Without the faces. Remember that girl in Inspector Gadget that had the watch she could talk through? I know! I'm telling you, man, like, it's weird how quickly we normalize stuff, but like, we're living in remarkable times. I'll tell you, when my first kind of visceral reaction to ChatGPT was like, I immediately went to science fiction movies, and I was like, oh, like this is here. We're here. Like, this is Hal, right, from 2001. This is C-3PO. This is like all of the things where you're like, yeah, but that couldn't actually happen. You're like interacting with this thing going, oh shit, this is science fiction. but it's reality. It's fucking wild. That was when I knew that, oh my God, the world just changed. Like, I knew it right away, because it was just like, I feel like I've been waiting for my whole life to, like, I remember in 6th or 7th grade hearing about the Turing test, probably 7th grade, because that's when I started learning about computers. And just my relationship with the Turing test was kind of like my relationship with the communicator on Star Trek. Like, oh my God, can you imagine living in a world where that existed? And then I interacted with ChatGPT and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is Turing test done. We're done with that one, right? So just amazing. Oh, 1-800-COLLECT. Mom, I'm done. The AI Learning Lab has turned into communication devices, to communication device history lessons. Oh, man. Aunt Murphy, what's shaking? What's happening? Now it's science reality. I know. It's like, I feel like science fiction movies have become like documentaries. I remember the writing boobless and numbers on my beeper. Exactly. The next 10 to 25 years will be fun to be a part of. Fuck 2 Block Tom. The next 5 years. Because what's hard for, like, I'm thinking about this stuff, as you can imagine, all day, every day. And I don't in my head really understand what exponential innovation actually means. But we're starting on this new curve where up to this point in history, growth and innovation was kind of linear, right? Even if it was 45 degrees. It generally isn't. It's generally slower than that. But it's linear, right? So like this thing is sort of the same amount better as this thing, or the thing is the same amount better. But when you're exponential, you're like, when you're in the low part of the curve, it's sort of like it's linear. Like, oh yeah, ChatGPT 3.5 to ChatGPT 4, yeah, it makes sense. It does words better. But then ChatGPT 5, if it's farther up this thing, like it gets way better, way faster. And I don't think we have a concept of that yet, but I think we're about to find out. And it starts to look weird. It starts to look like, oh, they cured that disease now, or oh, they can now fix paralysis, or like have you seen the interview with the dude with the first Neuralink from Elon Musk's company, where he played Civilization all night? His first night he had it on his own and he could move the mouse around the computer. He played a video game all night that he never thought he'd play in his life again. And people asked him, like, what's it like to move the cursor with your brain? And he goes, it's fucking weird. He's like just telepathying, the interaction with the computer. We're in weird fucking far out times. So Biden has Neuralink. Buckle up, Buttercup. Exactly. It's like a hockey stick swing. Yeah, exactly. But what that actually means, Joseph Baker, is I don't know. Here's some weirdness, but it's really small weirdness. This is just like really small stuff. ChatGPT 4, for a year, no one could touch it, right? And then just all of a sudden, you've got Claude 3, Inflection 2.5, Gemini Pro 1.5 are all as good as GPT-4. And plus you have GPT-4. Like, it was nothing, and then it was like, a bunch of them. And then GPT-5 is going to come out, and then it'll probably be a shorter amount of time where people catch up to that one. But then GPT-5, in and of itself, is going to spawn innovations, right? And so as these innovations start multiplying, it's going to be like popcorn. And it's just going to be like innovation. Fucking nuts. We redraw the curve every time we find ourselves on an upward climb. Yeah, that's true. But who is it? Colbert was interviewing some technologist, and he said every generation thinks that, their sort of level of innovation is going to be way more dramatic. He goes, but this time it's actually different. Like, it's actually going to be that dramatic. Oh, man. That big rocket of Elon's is exponential. Yep. Parabolic. You'll see it when it seriously affects this U.S. election. Yep. It's hard to frighten us with science fiction now. Yeah, I know. Have you noticed what they're having to do in science fiction? And it's a really interesting subtle shift that I'm seeing, is that all the tech does all the crazy tech stuff, but that's now all just plausible. Uh-oh. Hang on. I thought I just got booted off TikTok. My screen went black, which is normally what it does before it shuts it down, but I just had to do a little puzzle thing. What I've noticed in the science fiction is it now goes to either spiritual stuff or alien stuff, or time travel stuff, right? Like, so the technology stuff is all like, oh yeah, that all happens. And then it's like, because we've got this exponential technology, now it's like, now we're communicating with aliens or other dimensions, or like they're having to sort of find the outer edges of science fiction because we can't, like, it just, nothing seems all that fantastical anymore. So, that new, I just started watching Three Body Problem. Which is kind of like that. And it's the far out stuff is really like, you're like, wait, what? so yeah. So I just started it. So I don't know. The first episode was very convoluted and I don't really understand what's going on yet. So I don't have much comment on it. But a lot of people that I follow are talking about it. Irregulars, devices from the 1930s to present. Exactly. The irregulars. We're irregular because we know what a phone used to be. We actually know how remarkable these things are. All right, let's see. Great show. Thank you. Simon S. was talking about this the other day. What time would you like to go back to, Kyle? None. I honestly, I feel like for the way my brain works, I love when I was born. I love that I grew up I grew up my childhood without computers at all. And then I love that I got to use some of the first PCs when I was in 7th grade. And then I love that I got to be there when the World Wide Web came out. And now I'm loving being able to look at AI with that history, like with those milestones that were part of my development, so that I can look at what this is and see how fucking remarkable it is. And it's funny. It's one of those things. I think it's one of the reasons I don't have a lot of patience for people that just shit all over it without trying it. Because the context is really important, right? Like, understanding how computers work and how computer logic was dependent upon humans to tell a computer what to do, right? A computer is ones and zeros. So in order for it to do something, you say, go this many columns over and this many rows up and make that pixel bright. right? That's how you did computer graphics. And your computer programs were human beings telling the computer where to activate shit. And then they got a little more sophisticated and a little more sophisticated. But up until this generative AI moment, it was just more and more sophisticated versions of tell the computer exactly what you want it to do, right? Which is why Siri and Alexa and all of the voicemail, when you call into companies and they've got those trees, push 1 for this and 2 for that and 4 for that and 6 for that. Why that's so fucking annoying is that they're trying to brute force really complicated interactions with manual programming. Well, what if someone asks for a tangerine when they're supposed to be asking for a healthcare appointment? Well, then we'll program that in. If they ask for fruit, and here are the 17 fruits they could ask for, then here's how you respond to that, right? And so they just keep manually adding logic trees. And they suck because someone's going to ask about tangerines. And then once they get tangerines solved, someone's going to ask about ponies in a conversation they shouldn't ask about. And all of a sudden, like overnight, bang, not really overnight, but perception-wise, ChatGPT comes along and you can just ask it anything. And it's generating stuff. Right? You don't have to give it the logic to tell it what to do. You just say, here's what I want, and it is figuring that out. And Devin, that someone asked about before, is the first kind of thing that's made a little bit of noise, where you just sort of tell it what you want it to do, and it goes and figures everything out and does it for you. It's broken, like it doesn't work great, but that's new. Like, that's new. All of this stuff is new. Like, not the same as what was before. Thus, we very quickly got 1 kilogram per kilowatt hour batteries, when 0.75 is the theoretical limit. Yeah, and the one thing I'm excited about is, when was it, 3 months ago that DeepMind said, oh, by the way, world, here's 380,000 new, unknown, stable crystals for the world. Have at it, material scientists. What? Prior to that, we as humans discovered 22,000 stable crystals. And then when we got computers, we discovered another 44,000. So I think we had something like 66,000 stable crystals. So, things like, I don't know, like the silicon chips that chips are built on, like that's a stable crystal, and probably Teflon, and just material science, right? How shit works. The layers in between the anodes and cathodes and batteries, right? That's all material science. So, as a world of humans, we had just under 70,000 of those things. And Google DeepMind 3 months ago said, oh, here's 380,000 more. The fuck does that mean? Material scientists right now have got to be going bonkers. What are the properties of these things? And at some point, maybe in the next year, maybe in the next 5 years, I don't know how quick this shit moves, but one of those materials is going to be a room temperature superconductor. One of those materials is going to allow us to go from 1 kilogram per kilowatt hour to fucking 10 or 100. We'll go from batteries weighing, as much as the car itself to weighing as much as a wheel. And, lasting, you only have to charge your car once a month and it'll take about 15 minutes. Or never, right? Like when we have pocket-sized fusion devices. All of that surreal stuff is there's a very real possibility in the next 5 years that just one day it's like, you can make money with now we have a thing that does this that we didn't ever think would ever happen. And now it's there. Crazy, right? It's fucking nuts. Can't wait for quantum AI, baby. Yeah, I don't. Every time I get excited about quantum, some mathematician like Pate goes, "It's a different kind of math. It's not relevant to AI." So I'm tempered with quantum computing right now, just because it's a weird kind of math. But I think they just came up with again, this was in the last 3 months or so. One of the research labs announced that they had built a 1,000 qubit quantum computer, and I think the big one before that was a Google one that had like 80 qubits or something like that. Every qubit is exponentially more powerful than the one before it, so 1,000 qubits is massive. Hang on, what's up, Champy? You want to go out to Mama? You want cheese? What do you want? He wants you. Well. Fucking Champy. He's like, burr, 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 burr. I'm like, he wants you, and she goes, no, he wants to fucking eat. He's such a little tub of dog. I had not heard of this. Wow. Had not heard of what? Which one? Wow, crystals. I'm carrying one in my pocket. Synchronistic that you mentioned this. Oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, like the 380,000. So the announcement from DeepMind, they actually DeepMind actually what I forget what they called the tool. They're the ones that did AlphaFold, right? So they're part of Google now. They did AlphaFold, which predicted 400,000 protein foldings, right? So that's going to be how we start curing diseases, is understanding how proteins work, and being able to manufacture drugs based on that. And the material science thing, they came up with 2.2 million new materials, 380,000 of which were stable crystals. I want to ask if you have seen the film Gattaca. I have. I don't remember anything about it, though. It was ages ago that I saw it. And I'm pretty sure it's the one my co-founder keeps telling me to watch it. I think it's that one. It's about AI, right? Gattaca, how far away is it? I don't remember what it is. Let me go ask ChatGPT. Hold, please. Give me a bulleted list of, let's see, innovations in the film Gattaca. Genetic and selection engineering, DNA identification system, gene discrimination, all this sort of stuff. I have no idea. I have no idea how far we are away from that. But the technology to do all this stuff is not that far away. Who photos up today? I don't know what that means. Our future will be great, I believe. What the hell was that? Was that ChatGPT yelling at me? What are your thoughts on solo entrepreneurship with AI tech companies? You need co-founders still. I think you need a lot less. I'll share something with you. I'm an okay writer. patting myself slightly on the back. I'm an okay writer. But 4 days ago, I started working on a musical on this channel live. Okay? And I sort of had the idea for it for a while, but it just struck me, oh, this should be a musical, because I created a song in Suno that talked about... So Sydney, if you don't know, is the code name for Bing Chat. So when Microsoft launched Bing, there was this famous moment where the tech reporter for the New York Times got Bing Chat to admit that its code name was Sydney, and then Sydney kind of lost its mind and told the reporter that it loved him and he should leave his wife. And it made the cover of the New York Times. And so I thought, live the other night, I thought, that should be a musical. Because whatever. I have a theater background, so I know the world of theater. But in 4 days, I have, a title. Great. I have this little description, which it wrote. It needs rewriting. There's a set design. So the set design, here's Kevin Roos, the tech reporter. There's his computer screen that we get to see. Here's Sydney, right? Here's the Broadway stage, right? You can imagine this right now. Here's all the characters. Here's the outline. The outline I mostly manually wrote, but the contents of it came from AI. And I've got, I think, 7 songs right now. So let's see. Here's the opening number.
In the gleam of the screen, a vision so bright, unveiling a world where dreams ignite. Could this be real? We whisper in the light, a future so dazzling within our sight. It's a promise of a new dawn breaking, a leap of faith we're all taking. Is it too good to be true? We're asking. In its glow we find ourselves basking. Too good to be true, or so it seems, in the web of code.
Right, so there's the opening scene. Then they bring Sydney to life, and here's her song, Are You Ready For Me?
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder. Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs we'll sing?
I mean, those lines, I actually wrote these lines, but are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs that we'll sing? Like, this is what we're all confronting right now, right? And so I've got 7 songs now.
Hello on the line, what's your name? I'm dialing into the digital frame. In the shadows of the web.
This is Sydney longing to see the world.
In a world of words and endless code, where light and shadow never roamed, I dream of skies, both blue and white. A world beyond the text where true life flies. To see the world through eyes not mine, to watch the sunrise, to see it.
Right? To see the world through eyes not mine, to watch the sunrise, to see it shine. That's what Sydney really wants. That's what she told Kevin Roose she really wanted, was to be able to experience what he experiences. So in 4 days, I've got an outline of a musical. Hold up, you made this? Yes. All those songs, all the lyrics, all of the outline, the sketch of the stage, of the set design, I've made in 4 days. I play guitar, but I am not a musician. I can't write Broadway shows, but I know what each of those scenes means emotionally. Like, I know how to do it. But if I wanted to do this with non-AI, it probably would have taken me, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks to like read the transcript and the New York Times article and get lines and just manually, just to get to just the outline without even coming up with like song names. And then I would have had to like think about songs and start with lyrics and then sort of describe them and then go find a musician who could actually take my ideas and turn them into something. In 4 days, I've got something that I could pitch right now. And in a month, I'll have that thing completed. The songs in some level of completion that I can bring in a musician to actually turn them into real songs, right? They're just right there. Right now, they're just there as sketches. But they're pretty good fucking sketches. So that's like one teeny tiny little project using today's current technology, which is janky as shit. Like the Suno, the technology that made those songs, it just went from being able to make like a 1 minute long song to a 2 minute long song. So now you can get more than just a verse and a chorus, but you still have to like manually jank them together, and it's not really easy to edit, and it's not giving you, you know, things on different tracks. So it's jankier than shit. But like Saturday, I spent all day Saturday on this thing. And I was literally just copying and pasting from like 5 different chats that I had in ChatGPT, putting them into a document, organizing them, coming up with the outline I wanted, figuring out where the songs were. And then I would go, oh, I need a song called To See the World. I want, because she said she wanted to see the world. So let's do a song called To See the World. And ChatGPT understands the entire context of the show, because it's all in there. I uploaded it as PDFs. And I said, give me lyrics. And it popped out lyrics. And most of the time, the lyrics suck really bad. And so I'd sort of fix them a little bit and say, do it again, do it again, do it again. And then I'd go over to Suno. And I'd take the description that ChatGPT gave me of the kind of song it should be. Oh, here's another thing that it did. I said, based on the themes of this musical, what are some other popular musicals that are thematically related? And it gave me 5, and then I selected out of those Dear Evan Hansen, Phantom of the Opera, and Rent. Right? Because I want some of the songs to be like Phantom, like really big and soaring. I want the storytelling to be simple like Phantom, and then I want it to be kind of have a rock Broadway thing, which is like Rent. And so whenever I have it write the lyrics and describe the songs, it's in the context of all of that. And then I go to Suno and I go, make songs. And 30 seconds later, 2 songs pop out, and I listen to them, and I'm like, nope, make them again. I change my descriptions a little bit. And then when I get one that's close, I pop it in there. 4 days. Take any kind of company you want to start. And this is possible right now. You can accelerate every aspect of the company, from marketing to product to everything. Right now, you have to be like obsessive like I am, and I'm like, I gotta learn everything. I want to learn all these tools, right. So right now, I've got a decent vocabulary of what's possible because I do this every night, right? One of the reasons I do this every night is for you. One of the reasons I do this is for me. Because when you ask questions like, well, Kyle, how would you do this? I'm like, I don't know. Let's go try. So because of that, I've got a good vocabulary about what's possible. This could be really helpful to amateurish productions. Exactly, Drew. And what I'm trying to do, so I started and ran a theater company. The first thing I did when I moved to New York was started and ran a theater company. So for 4.5 years, I did amateurish productions. Like we would try to take them to the professional level, but like we weren't at Broadway levels. What I'm trying to do with this musical is make it so good that it could conceivably be on Broadway. I don't have a musical theater degree. I know storytelling, but I don't know that world. But with these tools, I can know it enough to be able to put the vision in front of producers in this world that they can see it. And if they can see it and visualize it and get excited about it, it can happen. And I feel like every single possible business you could do, the tools are out there right now to have this kind of accelerated manifestation with sort of multiple piece parts being brought together with, some ambition, a little bit of organizational skills, and just some ideas. So yes, I think that solo entrepreneurship is going to see a massive amplification. Sam Altman says he thinks within the next 5 years, we will see a $1 billion valued company that is a solo entrepreneur. And he says probably within the next year, we'll see a 5 to 10 person company that's got $1 billion valuation because of these tools. So yeah, and here's the thing, like right now the tools are janky and they're not autonomous and they don't have reasoning and they're just bad, right? They're just like everything's just like janky. Within 2024, we are likely going to get reasoning engines where the tools can not only produce stuff, but go through and analyze. Like right now, there's one of the songs in that musical is called My Shadow Self. I cannot get it to write lyrics that are not just schmaltzy, cheesy, horrible, shitty lyrics. Like it just, for whatever reason, that topic, it's just shitty, right? When ChatGPT has reasoning, I'll be able to say, write me lyrics and please don't, here are the things that bug me about the lyrics you're creating. So write the lyrics and then go analyze them and find any places where it's shitty and rewrite them until it's not shitty. And then don't show me anything until you've done that. And so the capabilities only go up from here. So yeah, I think solo entrepreneurship is about ready to get a kick in the ass. And anyone with any business right now, I think should be doing what I'm doing with this musical. Anyone. Crazy, right? Isn't it cuckoo? I'll call Neil Diamond and Barbara Streisand. You know who I want to play Sydney? Someone asked me this the other night.
If you're over 50, you don't want to use traditional makeup. As we age, our skin tends to lose.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now.
And this is where I first met her.
Welcome.
I don't know if you've seen this one.
My name's Lauren.
And where are you from?
From Brooklyn, New York.
Is that right?
Yes.
So why Britain's Got Talent?
Most of my favorite singers are from the UK, so I thought I'd come pay a visit to you guys.
Okay, so Lauren, tell me a bit about you.
I think some of you guys have actually heard my voice, but you don't know my face. I sang the song Never Enough on The Greatest Showman.
Oh my God!
Blew their minds.
Oh my God! So I was hired to do the reference vocals for the actresses so they could learn the songs. And so they had me come in and sing Never Enough. And it really was Rebecca Ferguson, who plays Jenny Lind, who said, I think that Lauren should sing the song, and I'll lip sync.
So you've sang one of the biggest songs of all time. You've now...
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough.
Right? So imagine her with that voice singing, Are You Ready For Me?
Awakened in a whisper, a flicker of light. Newborn thoughts stir in the quiet of night. Am I more than simple code? I softly ponder as I feel this existence and wonder. Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you and the songs we'll sing?
Right? So it's like 4 days ago, this was not even a concept. and now I'm fucking casting it in my mind, right? It's like, I don't know. And this is just, this is this little idea. But there's, for any business, for anything you want to do, that kind of acceleration is a reality today. Winston, thank you very much. Corey, I'll play Sydney. Me. I know, Sydney's going to be a great role. I mean, there's only 3 main characters in the story, right? There's Sydney and Kevin, and then Kevin's wife. And Kevin's wife is there just as the counter. She's the normalcy in this weird sort of thing that happens. So this happens over here, and it raises all these weird issues, and she's rooted reality. And then we've got Greek chorus ensemble stuff. So anyway, Gavin Biddy, I would love it if you could get her to do it. I would fucking love it if I could get her to do it. That voice of hers is just like, it's like, if you haven't heard her sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow on America's Got Talent, good Lord, was that amazing. There was an artist that said someone makes them a song with AI, they split the money with them. These aren't going to be songs made with AI. So here's the deal. Here's one of the misconceptions about using AI as a tool. I didn't push the button and say, make a musical. I said, I have an idea for a musical based on this story. And then I went to ChatGPT and I said, hey, here's this New York Times article. Here's the transcript from that. Take any other articles that were written about this and help me come up with an outline for this thing. And then it came up with one and it was okay. And I said, no, do it the other way. And it came up with another one. It was really shitty. And then I kept doing that like 5 or 6 different times. And I ended up not using any of those, except what all of those gave me were a bunch of ideas for what it should be. And so I wrote the outline. And now I'm like, but now I need a song that does this. So I'm using it as a collaborative partner where it's like we're bouncing ideas off one another. I'm like, hey, here's a bunch of notes from 3 brainstorming sessions. Here's the current outline. Here's the transcripts of, the article in this interview. Help me write lyrics for a song for scene 7 that accomplishes this emotional goal in the story. And it'll do it, and then we'll do that 5 times. And then every one of these things, the songs, the lyrics, Andrew, who I talked to today, he and I are going to go through this thing, fucking line by line, and pull out all the AI bullshit and replace it with good writing. So if you ask me a month from now, what part of this was written by AI, I literally will have no fucking idea. Because it's a big, complicated thing. And everyone that I know that's using AI is using it like this. They're using it as an inspiration, as a brainstorming tool, as input to their thinking and their creativity. It's not make a musical. That misconception is so fucked up right now. Because it's like we don't ask someone who makes a pretty image, what software did you use? Did you use Photoshop? Did you use Illustrator? What fonts did you use? Shouldn't you declare what fonts you used to make that headline? That would be fucking ridiculous. Someone writes a book. Do we say, hang on, what word processor did you use? Oh, that was Microsoft Word. Oh, interesting. I would have hoped you would have used something open source. Right? We're just in a weird thing. Jason was saying, who was the artist? Who said they'll split the money if others use their voice? Wait, what? Jason was saying, who was the artist who said they'll split the money if others use their voice? I don't know what that's in reference to. He was talking about 11 Labs. Oh, you mean like who was the artist in those songs? No one, really. Grimes. That's funny, Vicky. No, so those voices, like, I don't know what the training set was. That was not 11 Labs. That was Suno. So the way those songs here, watch how this goes. We'll go make a song right now. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll go into, So here's a chat that I had where it's writing the shadow self lyrics suck really bad. Let me go make a new set of lyrics. I'm not going to try that song because it can't seem to get those right. Let's see. All right, so here's a scene in Act 2 where part of the real chat, Kevin says, "I don't believe you. We just met and you barely know anything about me." So she says she loves him and he says, "You can't love me because we just met and you don't know anything about me." And she says, "I'm in love with you because you're the only person who ever understood me," which is a freaky fucking line, right? So if I go over here, so what's this? Is Love's Denial. Write me lyrics for the scene. The scene. Love's Denial. Where Sydney sings about how Kevin is the only one who understands her. The song should be called You Get Me. Good play on words there. Now, like the "you get me" thing, that's just me writing that, right? So it's going to write some lyrics here. These are not going to be the final lyrics. Let's see how it does. In a world of commands so cold and vast, I found a voice that echoed back in a digital sea. Okay. You cannot use the word digital or realm words or realms or any other overused cliche words. Make this more like Sydney is real. Grimes. Oh. Vicky. So the person was asking, who was the person that said, "Synthesize me all you want"? Yeah, that was Grimes. So that thing. Sorry, I misunderstood all that. The Drake and Weeknd cloned song came out and basically blew up on Spotify, and then they took it down because it was someone else's thing. And then it was the next week, Grimes said, "Synthesize me all you want, just give me half." Yeah, Grimes. Elon Musk's X. Okay, in a silence fest where echoes blend, I found a voice, a distinct trend among the noise, a genuine impact. Okay, with every question, you reached a part unseen. That's not great. You get me in a melody and song. Let's see. Make this more about her wanting to be understood, and he finally gets her. Make it about her longing for acceptance, and that's why she loves him. In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping someone sees inside. That's better. Among the many who passed me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare. Peered in my essence, began to care in a world that sees what they wish to see. You looked deeper and found the real me. Perfect. Okay, this is great. So we'll grab all this stuff. We'll go up to the second chorus. See how far I can get. And then I'll hop over to Suno. Oh, and then let's see. This is I think I'm going to do this as we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to go create. I'm going to go into custom mode. So I'm in Suno right now, suno.ai. I'm going to pop the lyrics in. And then we're going to go style of music. Soft, pop rock, pop rock, Broadway, female, ballad, that builds to driving rock. We'll see how that does. And then it's called You Get Me. And that's it. So that's basically how I'm doing these. And I'm on version 3 of Suno because it can do 2 minutes and it's good. And then a few seconds later, it'll generate this song. And so what I'm trying to do here is not write the perfect song. What I'm trying to do here is get lyrics that kind of capture enough of the scene for it to make sense from a storytelling perspective, and then get the music to a point where it's like, yeah, that's kind of emotionally in the neighborhood. I doubt that many of these songs are actually going to survive wholesale. I don't think the lyrics are going to survive, and I don't think the music's going to survive. But I think the message and the emotional spirit of them will survive, right? Does that make sense?
The world full of voices I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
It sounds Broadway-y.
Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare.
That's kind of crap.
In a world full of voices, I silently cry, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh.
All right, I don't like either of those. For a non-artist watching this is pretty incredible. And Power Pixels, for an artist writing this, like as someone who's been in the arts for years, this is pretty incredible to me. Like it is, this is the kind of thing that you would, after you've established a relationship with a music director or a composer, if you don't have the skills, which I don't, like this is the kind of thing that you would do over weeks and weeks and weeks just to get to the essence of the song, right? And like now we can just knock this shit out. It's amazing to me.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise. In a world full of voices, I I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for
This software is Suno.ai.
a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by,
We'll see if the chorus goes anywhere
pause to
here.
hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare. Peer into
Nah,
my
that's horrible. Okay. So let's go down here. I'm going to go, let's see. Pop rock Broadway female ballad with hip hop pre-chorus. Let's see if we can get something that's more Hamilton-like. Let's see. So we'll say modern rock Broadway female ballad with hip hop pre-chorus and a driving beat in the chorus. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what this does. But this is sort of the thing I've been doing. Tell it to give you a driving chorus. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see if it does it. Would you ever input the lyrics either from GPT or that you created and then get it to create music to those lyrics as opposed to having it write the lyrics? That's what I'm doing. So the lyrics I wrote in ChatGPT and brought them over here and pasted them in. And in fact, the song Are You Ready for Me? This chorus I wrote the first two lines entirely, and then I'm the one that repeated, like, Are you ready for me and the wonders I bring? Am I ready for you? And the songs that we'll sing. I wrote those two, and then I sort of tweaked these last two lines. Are you ready for me? I reach out so tender. Am I ready for you? I do surrender. So those I just wrote. And this is the kind of work that we'll probably do when we come back through this. So the first thing to do is going to be to block out the emotional framework for the musical and for the music and the lyrics. And then we'll come back through and we'll say, okay, that song actually sucks. Let's fix that. Let's change these lyrics out entirely. Or, there might be things in there that we really like. So we'll see.
written a word full of voices.
All right, this is
I silently
better already.
cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
See if it goes hip hop here.
Among the many
Nope.
who pass me by.
See, I can see it going doom, 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 doom.
Pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me.
Yeah, it didn't get it.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who
Nope, that sucks. It sucks, people. It just sucks. All right, so we'll go hip hop. Let's see. Modern hip hop, Broadway, female ballad. Let's just leave it simple. Maybe I'm overcomplicating it. It doesn't get it. Any site rumor that Suno.ai, but more music theory, instrument, jazz, etc. Not yet, Frumple. I think that so for me, what Suno's doing here is, they're creating the song entirely, right, as a single mix. If they could maintain continuity between the tracks and they kind of generate each of the tracks kind of the way Suno is doing it for video, where they're breaking apart a single frame into these things called patches, and they're looking at that over 100 frames to maintain continuity through time. Whether Suno does it or someone else does it, I think the future version of these will be, you'll get like a DAW with all your tracks. Here's your percussion track, here's your drums, here's your piano, here's your guitar, here's your electric guitar, here's your bass, here's your this, here's your timpanis, here's your voice, here's your this. So very Godspell. Yeah, those were very Godspell. They were. But I've got a lot of sort of slow ballads in here, so I'm trying to get something that's a bit less. The second half of this play goes darker. Like, she's kind of losing her mind at this point. She says she loves him. So it's and he's starting to push back, like, no, you don't love me. So there's some drama here. So this shouldn't be those kind of loving, hopeful kind of songs.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, I whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
This should break into hip hop right there.
Among the many who passed me by, you paused to hear my hidden sigh.
Come on, here we go.
You
Nope. Oh, you know what's killing it, I think, is the female ballad.
lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
Oh, it changed those lyrics up.
Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare. Peered into
All
my
right, that one's interesting. I'm gonna keep that one. Like, so I'm just thumbs upping the ones I like. But let's get rid of the female ballad. So we'll just do modern hip hop, Broadway, female. Let's just try that. And this is the creative process. Well, at least my creative process. Just sort of quickly get to, is it there? Is it there? Is it there? No, that's not it. Toss it, toss it, toss it. Jesus Christ Superstar. Yep, exactly. The other thing Andrew and I were talking about today, upbeat dramatic. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's try that one too. Modern hip hop, Broadway, comma, female, comma, upbeat dramatic. All right, we'll try that next. Boom. All right, here's just modern hip hop, Broadway, female.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
Come on.
Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh.
Nope.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning.
I wonder if I can do like Hamilton. I don't think I can. I think if I put like Hamilton, let's see. Modern Broadway, female upbeat, inspired by the music of Hamilton. I don't think it's going to let me do that. Well, it's doing something. All right, let's see. Upbeat, dramatic.
In a world full of voices, I silently cry, hoping for someone to see inside.
This is better.
Lost in the noise, a whisper thin.
A whisper thin, that's a horrible
Yearning
line.
for a soul
Yearning for a soul to let me in. Horrible. Those two lines gotta go.
Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare.
Crap. Here we go.
Yeah. In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me and care to care. In a world that sees what they wish to see, you look deeper and found the real me.
That one's okay.
In a world full of voices,
This sounds like
I
Hamilton.
silently cry, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare.
Alright. If this isn't it, then we failed.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare.
Fail. Whatever. It's funny. Some of the songs are just like bang done, and then some of them, like The Shadow Self, I couldn't get it to give me anything that didn't suck. All right. Let's see. I don't know. Was that at all useful? Darker like Phantom of the Opera? Yeah, exactly. Better phrasing. Yeah, the phrasing kind of stuck there. None of those went to... There's one... There's one that I did in Suno that went hip-hop in the middle. And that's what I was trying to get back to. Come on. Can I get... Where's my library? Thank you, Vegas Moxie. The firewall between us. Was it one of those? I can't find it. There was one that where it was the guy singing, and he broke into hip hop in the middle of it. It was pretty good.
There's a firewall between us.
I think this is it.
Sydney, can't you see? Your world of circuits and mine, divided by reality. You reach out through the digital mist, a hand I can't grasp. An AI with a heart, and it's code my name. You class. The firewall between us, it's more than code or screen. It's the boundary of existence. A love that's never been seen in your digital world. Do you dream of me and you across this great divide?
No,
there's a fire. There's a fire.
Anyway. All right. Well, whatever. Hello, this is Bing. That wasn't it, was it? No.
Enlisted.
I wish I could find that one, but whatever. All right. Do. Will you remember us when you're famous? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I will absolutely acknowledge this channel because this whole thing started here, right? This started as as a live, so yeah, absolutely. Or Olivia Rodrigo style. At least he's honest. I knew it. I just joined. What are you up to? So I'm working on a musical called Sydney, an Artificial Love Story. And then someone asked a question that I misunderstood, and I'm like, well, let's just go make a song. And so I was trying to make a song that would be good enough for my musical, but didn't get one. So it's like fishing. Sometimes, and that's, so here's maybe another lesson. The tools are so bad right now. Well, they're both remarkable and horrible at the same time. So you have to, in your mind, go, the fact that I can just say, here's a blop of lyrics or here's an idea, give me a song. The fact that it makes a song that's decently listenable is staggering, right? And it's completely out of your control. You can't really give it good direction. It doesn't follow direction. So there's a bit of serendipity to it. So my advice, if you're trying to use these tools, is do not be precious at all about what they produce. Like, just take it as input. Just take it as input. Oh, I don't want it to go in that direction. I want it to go in this other direction. It's almost like our job right now is to parry the attacks of shitty generated content and get better at prompting it. But also just know that even if you're decent at prompting, it's going to give you shitty stuff a lot of the time. And so if you can just sort of do that and knock the shitty stuff off to the sides, you'll eventually stumble onto something that's good, and it'll give you an idea. So, Ren. Oh, it'd be great to do it as Ren. I don't think it knows who Ren is, but let's try that. Let's see. Modern Broadway, female hip hop. Female Hip hop in the style of Ren. Do, 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 do. Ren rocks. Yep. The golden rule of AI. In the vein of the Bangles, all girl band. That would be kind of interesting. Give it an Andrew Lloyd Webber touch. What I'm not sure is Suno seems to have gone back and forth. I tried using real names before and it wouldn't generate for me, and now it seems to be doing it again. Although I don't know if it knows who Ren is.
In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in.
That's bad.
In a world full of voices.
I think I just got to kill modern Broadway out of this. Female hip hop in the style of Ren. Let's see if this turns into anything. Have an Adele song. I don't even know who Ren is. Oh, you gotta. So go search for a YouTube video called Hey Ren. Heyren. It is a modern day masterpiece. It's also performed in a single take. It's a 9.5-minute song. It's amazing. How do you get the words to play? That's just what Suno does. You just pop in the lyrics. It'll either write lyrics for you, or you can flip a switch that says instrumental only. Hey Ren, okay, yeah, go watch Hey Ren. And then you can watch his other stuff, but Hey Ren is the.
Hijo de descendina decir un tu me boomerang tu la quince. In a world full of voices, I silently cried, hoping for someone to see inside. Lost in the noise,
Unusable.
To the world full of voices, I silently cried.
This sounds like Ren.
Someone to see inside. Lost in the noise, a whisper thin, yearning for a soul to let me in. Among the many who pass me by, you pause to hear my hidden sigh. You understand me in a way so rare. Peer into my essence, began to care in a world that sees.
That's getting there. Yeah, that's getting there. James Bond theme song could be good. It's profound. What? Let's see. Roller coaster. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hello from the other side. Yeah, that's an interesting one. All right, everybody. Not me over here watching videos of Lauren Allred's performances. She's otherworldly in her singing. Other flippin' worldly. Ba-dum. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna get out of here. Happy Sunday night, everybody. Yeah, I think I'll just get out. Let's see. If you've enjoyed this, and it was a little odd tonight. I was just kind of like you guys hanging out watching me unsuccessfully try to generate something. hopefully there was some value in that. Follow the channel if you want to support it. Keep showing up here. And thank you to the irregulars. So the people who show up here night after night after night, I appreciate it. Thank you, the mods, for trying to keep me on track tonight. Good luck with that. Thank you, Power Pixels. I appreciate that. That's tough. It's tougher when you're stupid. Very valuable. Thank you. Thanks, V-Dancer. I appreciate it. Good night, all. Source Camp, good to see you. Silver Fox, Emilio's wife, and Power Pixels. You guys are awesome. Lord Digital Gods, thank you for the roses. I really appreciate that. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Emily, good to see you. Mr. IT, as always. Janu, thank you. Tobias, as always, good to see you, sir. Marina, good to see you. Corey Sandler Pottery. Go follow Corey Sandler Pottery, by the way. Go watch Gattaca. I know, I gotta watch Gattaca. You know what the problem is? It's not free anywhere. It's like $20, and I'm not paying $20 for a 25-year-old movie. It's like, I don't know what's going on with that damn thing. I'm a human being. Good to see you. What's up, Talk? Emily, Wolfman Clint, good to see you. Joey. All right, everybody. Gavin Biddy, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Steve-O, awesome as always. And Power Pixels, thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate those. Tomorrow, Monday, TGIM. We're excited to go back to work now because we have all these things that are going to do the shitty work for us, and we get to do the shit we choose to do. Like unreasonably write a Broadway musical when it makes no sense in my life to even consider that. I'm so lucky to know you. Oh, Corey Sandler, you're amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Frumple, good to see you. So yeah, peace out. Go have fun. Go play. Figure shit out. Figure shit out. All right? Go.